Hello everyone. After mathematical formulation, the matrix form of problem might have certain redundancies in terms of extraneous variable and redundant constraint. Here, we touch upon the concept of preprocessing to reduce the problem size and enhance computational effort. Consider a maximization problem consisting of 5 continuous variables x1, x2, x3, x4, and x5. The problem has 3 constraints C1, C2 and C3. We solve the formulated problem in Python. First load pulp package for solver. Next, declare the problem prob as original problem. Formulate the problem by defining the objective function and 5 constraints as shown in the previous slide. Finally solve the problem and print the optimal values of decision variables and objective function. x5 variable has a value of 47 with objective value of 141. Since the problem is a maximization problem, any objective function coefficient which is negative would adversely affect the objective value. A negative objective function coefficient is possessed by variable x3. Thus, x3 is an extraneous variable and removing it from the problem would not alter the solution. After removing x3 variable which is extraneous variable, we look at the constraints. All constraints have a less than or equal to inequality sign, which implies that left-hand side of the constraint should not have a value greater than right-hand side. But, upon removing x3 from the problem, we find that in constraint C3 all the remaining variables have negative coefficient. Since all variables are non-negative, this makes C3 constraint redundant, because any value of the variables would satisfy the constraint. Thus, it makes sense to remove C3 constraint from the problem and enhance computational effort. Now we solve the preprocessed problem after removing extraneous variable x3 and redundant constraint C3 from the problem. The solved problem yields same result as the original problem, thus making it easier for solver to solve the problem. The tutorial is an illustration highlighting the impact of preprocessing on solution. Preprocessing becomes important for solving large problems with potential of reducing the problem size to large extent and significantly reducing the computational effort. The code for this tutorial and previous tutorial is shared publicly on GitHub. Please kindly like the video and subscribe to the channel.